Sister Wives, Robyn's excuse flops about her Koyo Pass ownership. Hello friends, welcome to the Daily Gossip News Update. I am Eva and hope you are well by God's grace. Please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Sister Wives unleashes Kody Brown and Robyn Brown's attempt to justify owning a lion's share of Koyo Pass this week on the TLC series. Janelle Brown started the ball rolling last week with a warning to Meri Brown. Janelle suggested Meri should tread cautiously around Kody's ideas of the financial split of the land. When Meri heard this, she insisted Kody would have her back, but something is about to change drastically during this week's episode. Kody Brown and Robyn Brown have monopoly on Koyo Pass land? In Sunday's upcoming Sister Wives episode, Meri Brown sees Koyo Pass as monopolized by Kody Brown and Robyn Brown. The way it reads on paper, Meri Brown only gets 1/3 of one of the 4 plots of land. This leaves her owning the smallest piece of the family's entire property. Kody Brown made a land swap with Christine Brown, so she is no longer affiliated with their Koyo Pass property. But the other 4 adults from the Sister Wives' defunct marriage still lump it together. But from the looks of things on paper, Meri and Janelle do not own a fair share. The diagram below in this article shows the owners of each parcel of land. So their Koyo Pass property is divided into 4 lots. This should give each of them an equal 1/4 of this real estate holding. But the way it stands now, Kody and Robyn own the lion's share of the property. Meri calls it a monopoly. Janelle Brown in jeopardy of losing it all? Kody Brown looks into the camera during this Sunday night's Sister Wives episode and confesses how he thought about not being fair to Janelle with the Koyo Pass land. Then he also said he thought she was about to do it to him first. Kody didn't elaborate on how he thought Janelle would do this. But considering he and Robyn own the majority of the Sister Wives family's Koyo Pass land, you would think he had the upper hand on this. But he smiles and coos about his wife, Robyn, who wouldn't let him gyp his ex-wife because Robyn Brown has a conscience. Well, just how far does Robyn's conscience go? When Robyn Brown needed to explain why the ownership of the family's Koyo Pass land appears monopolized by her and Kody, fans thought she gave a rather lame excuse. Some wondered where her conscience was when answering questions about this. Sister Wives celebrity Robyn Brown finds her voice in the upcoming episode. Meri Brown tells Janelle she is angry. The preview doesn't elaborate on the source of that anger. But as the clip rolls along, Meri cautiously talks to Kody and Robyn about Koyo Pass. This also suggests to Sister Wives fans that Meri's anger comes from the topic of fair ownership of this land. More specifically, the conversation was likely about whether Kody has intentions of making each of the 4 owners whole with their fair share of this family asset. Then, when it is Robyn Brown's turn for a confessional, she explains why she and Kody Brown own the most shares of Koyo Pass land. Sister Wives fans were shocked over her dismissal of this fact, as if it meant nothing. Robyn shocks fans with bizarre excuse. She claims Kody set it up this way. When Robyn saw the deeds for the first time, she questioned Kody Brown, but he said this was no big deal. Then gave the excuse that he had little time to think about it, and this was the quickest way to seal the deal back then. Fans were furious to think that Robyn thought anyone would buy this excuse. It is just as easy to pen Janelle Brown or Meri Brown's names into the documents as it was to write Robyn Brown. Traditionally, the Sister Wives ladies were used to Kody Brown being a co-owner on every property his wives owned. But instead of Robyn's name on the parcels in the images above, viewers suggest it would have been just as easy to assign the properties fairly to the other wives, which didn't happen. That said, the outcome of that talk plays out in Sunday's episode of this TLC series. Fans convinced Meri Brown madly in love with Kody. Meri Brown still madly in love with Kody? It was not easy for Meri Brown to concede her marriage to Kody Brown was over. Though the two had legally been divorced since 2014, she constantly held out hope. She wanted to believe that Kody would come back to her and feel the way that he once did. However, the two had not been intimate in a decade, and he was never coming over to see her. He even said that he was done with her romantically and would be fine if she found someone new to be with. That feeling was intensified when his third wife, Christine Brown Woolley, left the family. It appeared he would have rather kept Christine and lost Meri. Still, Meri stuck around, and fourth wife, Robyn Brown, used that to her advantage. She knew Meri still cared for Kody and was loyal to their faith, so she begged her to stick it out. Eventually, Meri chose herself over the family and announced her exit. When she was leaving, Kody was there to help, and they had some sentimental and silly moments. That has led fans to believe that she is still very much in love with Kody. He branded Meri Brown his favorite ex-wife, which is flattery coming from Kody. As they were giggling and even being flirtatious, fans could not help but feel Meri would take him back in a heartbeat. Meri would get back together with him in a heartbeat if he asked. Oh honey, she would. She's still madly in love with him. Her behavior was obvious. When Kody Brown dropped Meri Brown in Utah, he broke down and cried. He had so many emotions, and many had to do with how this chapter was ending. Plus, his life did not turn out the way he had planned or had hoped. Seeing him cry was hard, and fans did not appreciate what he was doing to Meri. There he goes messing with her head and heart again. This is not funny. I think Meri is laughing to cover up her true feelings. It is really sad to see. Hopefully, Meri finds someone who treats her right and learns what real and true love is. Yet, if she still has lingering feelings for Kody, that may be hard. Maddie Brown details a estranged relationship with dad Kody. Even her children wouldn't recognize him. Much like a lot of children of reality TV stars, Maddie Brown has a complicated relationship with her parents. Especially her dad, Kody Brown. She no longer has a relationship with him and is not interested in changing that. The reality star recently opened up about her estrangement from her dad and sent a message to Sister Wives fans who can't seem to take a hint. But Maddie's decision to have no contact with her father didn't only affect her. Apparently, it also influenced Janelle's choice to file for divorce. Here's everything there is to know. Maddie Brown is not interested in reconnecting with her dad Kody. When Maddie Brown was asked about her relationship with her father, she was very honest and explained what happened between them. While the issues are, of course, very complex, one of the main things is that father and daughter have clashing personalities. I have no contact with some of my family, and it's because of stuff that has happened. Maddie shared in an episode of her The Authentic Society podcast. Specifically about Kody, she said that he doesn't have any respect for boundaries, and you have to play by his rules, and I just don't care to do that. Maddie gave some examples of this as she's supporting her mother, Janelle, who is divorcing Kody. I'd say, in my opinion, there's a lot of anger, and he'd be like, that's not true. I'm like, it is true. I know this firsthand, and there's other people that are the same. They'd ask for my opinion, and I'd express my opinion, and they'd get angry, she added. While her relationship with her family, and Kody in particular, might not be ideal, Maddie is tired of people thinking they know better than her when it comes to her dad. She's sick and tired of fans messaging her with unsolicited advice, or worse, with demands. I always get messages from people who are like, you should just forgive your dad and respect him, she complained, and with good reason. And I'm like, I don't think you know what you're talking about because your experience with your dad could be very different than my experience with my dad. According to what Janelle said in an episode of Sister Wives, Maddie and Kody haven't spoken in so long that Maddie's kids wouldn't even know who he is. And that's heartbreaking to her. Kody has not been there since Evie was born, and Evie is 3.5, Janelle said in a confessional. And she didn't just want him to drop in and be like, oh, I'm your grandpa, and then be like, what? Who is this guy? Speaking on the Somewhat Basic podcast in 2023, Maddie shared that her children would not recognize him. Kody blamed Maddie for this, saying that she was purposefully leaving me out of their lives to punish me for a crime I did not commit, he said. I am only guilty of not falling madly in love with their mothers. Well, Madison actually called Janelle saying, Gad said he didn't love you. By the look of it, Kody is in no rush to fix things with his daughter either. Maddie and Kody's estrangement contributed to Janelle's decision to divorce. While Janelle was vague at first about the reasons for divorcing Kody, she has since opened up about one of the true reasons why she's calling it quits. His damaged relationship with Maddie was one of them. More specifically, the fact that it seems to be a pattern for him to abandon his children. I can observe that Kody seems to have trouble relating to his older children, and he seems to dote on the younger children, she said on the show. And when my children were younger, it was very easy for him to be a father, right, because he was still kind of this important. He was important to them. His opinion mattered to them, his guidance mattered to them, and now, because they question a little bit, I think it might be harder for Kody to feel like he's respected. Janelle adores her children, and the fact that he doesn't seem interested in repairing his relationship with their kids was a deal breaker for her. The big spark for me was when his relationship broke down with my children, and he didn't seem like he would move heaven and earth to fix it, she explained. And I thought, that was what was really holding me here. While Kody apparently wanted to reconcile, when made to choose between her estranged husband and her children, the choice was clear for her. I don't know how I would ever reconcile with him and have him not have a relationship with my kids. No, I'm going to always choose my kids. So, with Janelle and Meri both turning their backs on him and Kody seemingly not caring, it looks like the Brown family is falling apart.
Christine Brown unveils special memorial for Garrison. Sister Wives star Garrison Brown may have passed away in March 2024, but he certainly will never be forgotten. After his death, his siblings adopted his pet cats. Many of them went on to get tattoos in his memory. However, Christine Brown and her side of the family opted for a different approach. In a new interview, Christine and David Woolley invited fans into their home to give a tour of their new place. And naturally, they had to give an update on the memorial. As 2024 continued, the Brown family realized they would experience many painful firsts after losing Garrison. Last week, they celebrated their first Thanksgiving without him. Although it was surely a difficult experience, Janelle shared that her other children visited and they had a lovely time together. But Janelle and her children aren't the only ones honoring Garrison's memory. Christine Brown helped raise him and wanted her own way to remember him. Shortly after his passing, Christine posted that she and her children planted a tree in her yard. In a new interview with Entertainment Tonight, she gave the outlet a tour of her home and showed the tree's progress. Sedona Midnight is the memorial tree planted in honor of Janelle and Kody's son Garrison, who tragically passed away earlier this year from a suicide, a voiceover reveals in the video. She is the tree that is for Garrison. Garrison just posted a really cool picture of Sedona. He was a great photographer. And he posted a picture of being in Sedona, and he's like, "This is Sedona Midnight." And then in parenthesis, it's like, "It would be my stripper name if I was a stripper," Christine explained in the interview, referencing one of Garrison's Instagram posts. David chimed in that he thought Sedona Midnight made a great stripper name, and his wife agreed. Garrison Brown passed away a month before his birthday, making the occasion incredibly somber for the family. Christine and her children chose to turn their grief into action, deciding to plant the tree. So, for his birthday, the way that we kind of memorialized Garrison was we planted Sedona Midnight. So there she is, Christina continued. She's a Louisa crabapple. And when she gets really, really big, she'll get really, really, really big and tall. And then you'll just be Apple to sit under her and be enveloped in her love. Kody Brown confesses to lying and manipulating. For 19 seasons, Sister Wives fans have witnessed Kody Brown's controversial behavior, particularly toward his ex-wives. Many viewers feel that Meri Brown bore the brunt of his mistreatment, often becoming the focal point of his harsh words and actions. Although some fans questioned whether Kody recognized the pain he caused, a recent episode shed light on his awareness. As Kody assisted Meri in relocating to Utah, he made an open admission that shocked both viewers and critics alike. During the movie, Kody had an emotional moment that left fans divided. Some dismissed his tears as performative, while others wished Meri had seized the opportunity to confront him. One Reddit user labeled the moment Meri's missed opportunity, stating it was infuriating when Kody apologized for leading her on for 7 years, and then basically retracted it and said he was glad that he did because it allowed him to meet the moment of their final separation with sadness rather than anger. It makes sense, right? He says, and Meri says a semi-placating sort of, even though it doesn't. The user added, she should have said, no, it really doesn't. Those years might have helped you, but from my perspective, to think of all the years I sacrificed for you to love me wasted. referencing Kody's infamous knife in the kidneys comment. Many fans expressed frustration that Kody not only admitted to mistreating Meri, but also seemed to justify his actions. Viewers debated the authenticity of the scene, with several pointing out how scripted it felt. Reddit discussions captured the collective outrage. Honestly, all of the wives should have put him in his place sooner than they did. He only sees things from how it affects him. Dragging her along with no hope of reconciliation was okay for him because it gave him time to mourn. But what about her? His sobbing seemed legit, though. I agree they probably set up that scene for filming, but his feelings appeared real, or maybe I'm gullible. It was obvious his tears were prompted by the guy showing Meri compassion and a side hug. He couldn't stand not being the center of attention. While opinions differ on Kody's sincerity, the incident reignited conversations about his treatment of Meri and the other wives. Many fans voiced their hopes that Meri will eventually reclaim her narrative and move forward stronger. Robyn Brown gets a new, not-so-flattering nickname. Robyn Brown, a key figure in Sister Wives, has earned herself a fresh nickname, sparking chatter among fans of the show. Previously dubbed Sobbin' Robyn for her frequent emotional outbursts, the mother of five now carries a new label that's taking center stage in fan discussions. Over the years, Sister Wives viewers have coined various names for Robyn, often reflecting their mixed feelings about her actions. She has faced criticism for appearing to portray herself as a victim in many situations while lamenting the unraveling of her plural family. Recently, Meri Brown officially left the family, marking another chapter in its ongoing drama. While Meri seemed calm and collected during her departure, moving from Flagstaff to Utah, Robyn was visibly emotional, crying over the family's dissolution. Interestingly, fans took note of an incident where Robyn visited Meri during her move and offered what many perceived as a thoughtless junk gift. Despite Robyn's tearful display, Meri appeared stoic, perhaps having come to terms with being manipulated and undervalued. In the midst of this drama, Robyn's persistent sadness and somber demeanor inspired a Reddit thread comparing her to the classic Disney character Eeyore. The post included side-by-side images of Robyn and the lovable, downcast donkey, with the caption, "Robyn is Eeyore." Is it just me, or is Robyn's mood always pretty much Eeyore? While some fans agreed with the comparison, others felt it was an unfair assessment towards Eeyore. That is, the comment section buzzed with responses, including, "Don't insult Eeyore like that. At least Eeyore has friends and still has happy moments. Sobbin' Robyn doesn't have either of those. No, not Eeyore. He's precious." Contrasting Eeyore and Robyn, fans further dissected the differences between the two. Eeyore has a good heart and isn't trying to scam his friends out of money. Eeyore is adorable and endearing. Robyn is the furthest thing I've seen from either of those things. Everyone genuinely likes Eeyore and wants him to be part of their activities. Robyn is just a misery guts. The consensus seemed to be that while both Robyn and Eeyore share a gloomy disposition, the reasons behind their sadness differ greatly. Eeyore's melancholy stems from circumstances beyond his control, whereas fans believe Robyn plays a significant role in creating her own struggles. This playful comparison underscores the complex feelings fans have toward Robyn Brown. While some sympathize with her tears and struggles, others see her as manipulative, fueling the ongoing drama within the Brown family. Whether the nickname Eeyore sticks or not, it's clear that Robyn remains a divisive figure in the Sister Wives universe.